My family have farmed here in County Meath since 1760, of which we're enormously proud, and the land has been in continuous ownership ever since that. On more present day matters, we farm about 780 acres, of which 600 is in tillage crops and 120 acres is in grassland for a store-to-be finishing enterprise. We buy in the stores every year at 550 kilos through to 780 kilos. But the point about this whole thing is that we finish more or less entirely in grass. We use very little concentrates. And grass is extremely important to us because it's the lowest cost feed we can produce. Yara are really, if you like, the one-stop shop. They not only supply fertiliser, but their agronomy is very good as well. And often, you know, with indexes and the most appropriate compound CCF fertiliser to use, I'd give Yara always a call because they really know their stuff and they're on top of their game. And we don't get this level of service from anyone else.
There is not so much plant nutrition knowledge available in the world. And we are focusing on this since so many years, so we have built up so much competence. Our solutions are aiming at a high nutrient use efficiency to produce more with less. We want to make the life of the grower also easier by making our tools and services convenient, easy to use. We are putting ourselves in the shoes of the grower and we want to, in a way, enrich his life.
What I look for in fertiliser is two things in particular. First is the complete absence of dust. I can't have dust because when you see dust out of the back of a spreader, it's totally lost. It ends up on your neighbour's field or somewhere that you don't want. So you must have a clean fertiliser with no dust whatsoever. Secondly, it's also very important the granule size. Not too big, not too small. Equally, you don't want a very big fertiliser. Some people say big granules are great. No, they're not. You want an in-between size and to give the utmost in spreadability. Those are the two reasons that I go for Yara, but also I like their bag size. It's 600 kilos in top lift, and it gives a very quick spreader turnaround, but with the 600 kg top lift bag, it turns around the spreader in about 3 minutes. Bag disposal is not a problem. So it's been an absolute revolution for us, even though with the spreader, which is weighing it in and out and all, and you know exactly where you are, it's still nice to go in and see you have 30 tonne in bags or whatever, and you know exactly where you stand.
The R&D unit sitting in production is closely linked to the R&D in crop nutrition. We take good care to make sure that whatever is developed for the farmer and for the plants is rolled into what we do in the production side to deliver the consistent quality over time that our customers require.
This field has been in permanent pasture for absolute years, and so this time last year I took the decision to reseed it. But I'm not a fan of ploughing. We don't plough anything unless we absolutely have to. I decided then we'd spray it off with glyphosate at a high rate because there was a few docks and all the rest in it. And then the grass seed was sown with a more uni-drill directly into the old sod. Fertiliser-wise then, it got Yara 8, 10, 20 at 300 weight to the acre immediately after sowing. I always use Yara because A, I wanted a CCF, and B, I just know the quality is going to be better. The grass came up, wonderful strike, a bit of a light graze in the autumn, and then now, as you can see, it's been kept up for silage, and it has 400 weight to the acre of Yara CCF 18612. I expect we'll be cutting it for silage. It's a late year, but I still think we'll be in it in the second half of May. I certainly hope so. This is another thing I like about Yara. Each bag has its own unique identifier number for full traceability, which means that if I have any problem with this bag of fertiliser, that it can be traced back to find the origin of the problem. No other manufacturer gives that. But another little small point when I'm here, and I think it's a very valid one, there's nothing more annoying when you're spreading fertiliser. You cut the bag and the whole liner drops out of the bag and into the spreader. It's pretty well impossible to get it out, but Yara stitch the liners into the outer bag, and it has never happened to me, and you have to experience it to know how annoying it is. We rely on Yara to give us the grass we need. We just need these top quality CCF products. And I'm a firm believer in CCF because each granule, as most people would know, is a complete feed in itself with N, P and K. And they're not often available, certainly from other manufacturers. I'm told that Yara means good harvest, and so far as I'm concerned, having used Yara fertilisers on the crops, I can look forward to a good harvest this year.